It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
Welcome to it. Welcome to Sunday night. It is Car Con Carne. I'm James Van Alstyne. The show is sponsored tonight by Siren Records McHenry. I was just there this morning. I made the trip out there, went there for the new Gojira, ended up rifling through all kinds of stuff. I've never seen more Behemoth albums on vinyl in one record store. That's to their credit. And I swear to God, every time I go to Siren, which is awesome, it feels like there's stock turnover. There's more stuff. I swear there were records there that were not there the last time I was there. Not just new stuff, but old stuff. I love going there. They're fantastic. Siren Records and McHenry, thank you to them for sponsoring the show tonight. Tomorrow night on Car Con Carne, this guest, holy crap, Vinny. You may know him from Less Than Jake. Back in the day, he was a founder, he was a lyricist, played drums. He left Less Than Jake. During his Less Than Jake times, he co-founded Fueled by Ramen Records. No small feat there. He's got a new project. This guy's always working on stuff. Vinny will be joining me tomorrow night. This is huge. That's tomorrow night on Car Con Carne. But for right now, please hide the kids, put them to bed, keep them away from what you're about to see. I'm joined by Dead Animal Assembly Plant, who are joining me from multiple locations across the dark void. Nice to meet you all.
Oh, the dark void is our specialty.
It is. You've nailed it. I said in my description.
Dark void is our prison name.
Your videos are nightmare fuel, which I absolutely love. I mean, I guess we'll start there. I think it's so important for a band to have a look, a bandality, a real consistent vision from whether I'm talking to you in an interview or watching your videos or seeing you on stage. You guys have it all figured out. You all have it all figured out.
Thank you. I mean, it really is like a culmination of our, like, the collective effort, because we all, create our own characters and develop them over the years. And so it's been a nice, like, collection of different, like, people's personalities.
And the new album is Bring Out the Dead. I love horror, and I will probably circle back to horror movies in a second. But when I listen to the first song on Bring Out the Dead, Cemetery Slums, this to me is like the opening credits rolling on a horror movie. Just kind of setting up what you're about to experience.
Oh, thank you. I like that. I mean, life is really a horror movie. Anything, I don't know. They can't write things as bad as what real life is. So, that's a good observation, because Cemetery Slums is, in essence, kind of like opening the gates to this, like, dissension into, like, kind of a Dante's Inferno-esque, adventure, if you will.
Well, I will, because you quite literally do the Inferno on the album. It's kind of a lighthearted trip through Dante's Circles of Hell. And I think it's one of the most memorable songs on the album. It just sounds a little lighter, even though it's about a descent through hell, than some of the other songs.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where some of the best songs kind of have like an upbeat tempo and delivery, but have some of the darkest themes. And why not have like a jaunty trip down into hell?
Right. Why not? Why not? Well, you talked about how you can't write the stuff that's happening in the real world. I mean, things got so bad during the pandemic that the dude who created Black Mirror said, yeah, I'm out for a while. I can't do what I do anymore. I'm done. But I love horror, and I watch horror all the time. To me, there's something cathartic about watching that, listening to that, those themes, those topics. It kind of evens me out, for lack of a better way of saying it. Like, it makes the just horrific shit that's happening in the real world somehow easier to digest. It's escapist.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it reminds us in some way that, with horror, you get that thrill, you get that adrenaline, but you also get that reality that's like, oh, I'm still safe. Like, I'm still at home. So you get that emotional roller coaster, and you do get to go home and sleep, in the safety of your bed, and kind of like blissfully unaware of all the real horrors out there. So it's like you get to become a tourist.
So for those who are listening to this after we're recording this live on video, 3/4 of the band assembled tonight are fully dressed in costume. I would love knowing or imagining that after this interview's over, you're going to go sit out and do some porch drinking.
They look like me.
Yeah, we're go down to Walmart, go pick up.
People probably wouldn't bat an eye. The horrors that are seen at Walmart on any given day, people wouldn't even bat an eye.
Yeah, after this, I'm just going to go buy a nice rosé.
That's what I expected.
I bought a really nice Cabernet, bourbon barrel aged. I'm not even joking. I went to Ralph's and I just bought that. So I'm very much looking forward to sipping on that for the rest of the remaining night. So,
and that's Zero, the wine enthusiast in the band. Digging back into the album, I love you do this thing where you twist familiar sounds and thoughts from childhood and make them just warped and uncomfortable. Like, I scream, you scream, pick up the scalpel, you know what I mean. There's another example too. I love that kind of twisting of conventions and playing with people and playing with expectations. And you do that in a couple places on the album. But the song I talked about in particular, Somewhere Else, is this a medical nightmare song? What are we doing here?
It's kind of like this exploration of almost all the voices that kind of ramble through your head and create this cacophony. So they're teasing you, they're taunting you. It's that inward nightmarish journey. So it has that sing-songy kind of nursery rhyme because, from the onset that we enter in this world, all the bad stuff starts creeping in, and it just gets worse as we get older. So, that song represents, in that kind of like sickly sweet, way that kind of like rots your teeth and rots your head. It's and eventually just rots your heart. And that's kind of basically what it is.
And then there's, the other thing I was thinking of is A Violent Breed. March 5, 6, 7, all good martyrs go to heaven. I love that stuff. I was talking the other day on this podcast. I'm surprised that there wasn't a huge influx of politically charged music, if not over the past year, over the past 4 or 5 years. It seems like historically when things have gone sideways politically or internationally, just culturally, music has been there to respond to it. I didn't feel like that was the case over the past few years. You take politics straight on this album, Colors Under Attack. I mean, it's like a page out of the front page of the newspaper.
Yeah, I mean, we're generally not a hugely political band. We're not like a Ministry or a Dead Kennedys where it's just so out front for them, and rightfully so, using that platform to espouse their beliefs. But Colors Are Intact was for us, like this direct response. It was the Eric Garner case, which is what inspired the idea. And it's the idea of the systemic racism in all parts of society and people using colors, whether it's the colors under your flag or under your badge or your beliefs that you use to justify doing terrible things. And unfortunately, as we saw back in 2020, it's a pattern that keeps repeating. It's always, even though we wrote it back in, I don't know, like 2019. I mean, it's been a while, and yet I feel, and sadly so, that it will never not be relevant.
Right. Now, your merch is fantastic. That said, my advice, the line from The Ghost of Friedrich Nietzsche, "We're all a little sinful, let the devil have his way." I would want that on every piece of merch ever created. Like coffee cups, T-shirts, hoodies, enamels, whatever. It's one of my favorite lines from the new album.
You can have a finder's fee for that.
Thank you.
It's going on every single dildo that we actually have created.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Little did you know.
Perfect. Know your audience. I mean, know the market. I think that's a great example. All right, so let's get to what turned out to be my favorite song on the album, and I don't know where this sits with you. I love, 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 love Sacred Disgrace.
That's a gorgeous song.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous song. I think it's the best song on the album, but that's my personal opinion. The violins on that one, I went down the rabbit hole a week or two ago discovering Lulu Black. That was a rewarding experience. Tell me about this song, because it is a standout to me.
Well, Zero, you want to start, since we worked on this one together.
Yeah. I mean, God, this was actually one of the earlier tracks that we were kind of hashing out and we started working on. But I mean, you're absolutely right. Like Lulu's violins, I mean, it really just adds this beautiful chaos to the track that if it was not there, it'd probably be like, you know what, this could use something, but I don't know what it is. And she filled that in very nicely. But yeah, it was interesting the way, just, you know, working with Zach on these tracks and just kind of piecing it together. It was just a lot of fun, and it's not an intricate song. I mean, nor does it have to be. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of the, you know, most simplistic songs are the ones that always stand out. You know, it's
for sure.
But now, correct me if I'm wrong, Zach, was, and I might be thinking of a different song. Was this the one that we wrote for someone else, but we ended up thinking it was too good?
So
I'm not saying who it was for.
Oh yeah,
I'm just simply saying.
The impetus of the song was we were gonna work on a remix for someone, and we were just sitting around the studio, just kind of noodling with ideas, and we were completely writing everything from scratch. And we got to this point where it's like, oh, we don't like this. I think we're gonna keep this.
Yeah. I like. We just. I mean, they don't know.
Yeah.
So
did we just write a song for us? Yes, I think we did. I think we did. and then that's how it started. And we're like, well, it's for us, and let's go balls out, you know? Yeah. And having the organic violins, I mean, there's nothing that beats that natural timbre and that kind of ghostly, woeful sound of violins. And it adds a lot. And, you know, it's kind of fun to change up on the album. We don't want every song to sound exactly the same. Each thing needs to kind of tell a story and have a different emotion to it. And so, I mean, we really appreciate that song. We really love it, and because it does kind of break things up on the album.
Yeah. So again, if you're just listening and you didn't get a chance to watch this, Buzz is making me nervous. So she's just kind of staring straight ahead, and I'm just.
What have you got to say about that?
I have nothing to say.
I just have to sit with my own discomfort, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, that's part of being a host. It's fine. It's fine. So one of the standouts, just in terms of mass appeal on the album, is God's Gonna Cut You Down, a song that Johnny Cash made super popular. Well, I'm talking like he's K-pop, that Johnny Cash popularized a couple years ago. This version that you did, this existed for a while in the land of Dead Animal Assembly Plant, didn't it? Before making it to this album?
So the cover of God's Gonna Cut You Down actually was Zero's idea. He brought it to the table after hearing the Johnny Cash version. It was just like, hey, we should do a cover of this song. And I was like, well, yeah, it's an amazing song. And doing like research into the song, it was interesting to find out that it was like this old folklore kind of song from the early part of the 20th century. So we had done a version a number of years ago, and that's where the one we actually have a music video for.
Right.
So with the new album, because of the pandemic, we actually finished this album in 2019 before we went on tour. So, I mean, it's funny that, you know, it's Bring Out the Dead, but it was before the whole pandemic. So, yeah, I mean, there you go. History repeats itself.
Are you sick of talking about these songs? Because they're so old. I mean, I'm serious, because they're so old to you that you've been living with these for so long that it's weird to still be talking about them?
Well, it's funny because, like, even though they've been around for a while, this is really the first time we've been able to talk about them. You know, yeah, we've heard them a million times, but, you know, we haven't had the opportunity to sit down and talk to anyone and kind of like articulate our thoughts about the album, because you go into something thinking a certain way, but then trying to express it, you know, it helps you kind of re-examine, you know, everything you've written. And now it being a few years old, yet just coming out, you know, it kind of gives you this a good, like, detached perspective about it. And it's kind of nice to be able to step away and talk about it. So and so the God's Gonna Cut You Down was, we had extra time because the label was like, hey, it was supposed to come out last year, but the pandemic delayed that by like a year. And so the label's like, hey, you know, since we have this extra time, is there any bonus tracks you want to put on it? And that's where the last two tracks, Iron Face and the newer version of God's Gonna Cut You Down, because I had these female vocals from this local artist, Outer Stacy, who had this band Fatana and this other band Time Bitch. So she had done the song with me a few times live, and she has such a powerful voice that I wanted to do a version with her in it. So she had sent me these vocals, and I was just sitting on them. And since we had this time, I was just like to the guy who mixed the album, Fernando, we wanted to work on a song together. So it's like, hey, you know, we have like 2 weeks or something. Let's just do like a totally different version of the song using these vocals, and we'll completely redo it, and just to kind of add as a little extra for people. And yeah, it was fun to kind of reimagine it.
And somehow you made the song even darker than Johnny Cash made it.
Oh, wow. That's a bold statement, sir. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's, again, going back to the concept of nightmare fuel. There it is. That's it. Mission accomplished. The new album, again, is Bring Out the Dead. I've got to think that as you've been sitting in your dead animal assembly plant laboratory for the past 13 months, you've been just mad scientist like plotting out what this will all translate to on stage. How to bring this album to life.
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to, you know, re-examine some of like our stage outfits. Scoring back here, aside from being an amazing drummer, is also an amazing welding artist, and he has made all of the metal works that you see in the band, the mic stand. I even have this is a tambourine that he made. That
wait, is that like it's a blade? It's a saw blade.
Yeah, you could literally decapitate someone with this. It might. I mean, I feel like if I was ever going to go to jail or prison for the rest of my life for killing someone, wouldn't it be great to kill them with a tambourine?
Way to make the most unmetal instrument metal.
Right?
I'm dying to see what you do with the band or the glockenspiel.
Yeah.
Honestly, say I made the most terrifying tambourine in the world.
Yeah. Wait, do you see the kazoo? It's going to.
Yeah, I mean, just to paint the picture, Scorn's kind of standing in the background of Z and Buzz. Just he kind of looks like he's there to make sure that nothing gets out of line, that no one does anything wrong. He looks like he's the heavy. He's the enforcer in the background. And now that you say that he's good, like he's a metalsmith, I'm like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that guy.
Only if I have to.
Yeah, it's a wise decision.
And he keeps good time on top of it all. Let's circle back to horror. Obviously, you're fans. Favorite movie?
Rom-coms mostly, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, well, of course. A Hugh Grant movie or something with Drew Barrymore, forget about it. But what horror movies do you love? What are the ones you keep going back to, or you went back to during the pandemic?
I already visited all the Hellraisers.
All the Hellraisers.
All the Hellraisers and Jacob's Ladder on repeat.
I think that is an underrated...
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's a great one. It's a mind fuck.
Pretty much all the Alien movies. And
all of them.
All of them. Including Prometheus.
Really?
Yeah, including Prometheus. We have a special guest.
Hey, look, it's the other part of the band. Now it's officially the full band.
Yeah.
There it is. This is a watershed achievement, watershed moment. All five members of Dead Animal Assembly Plant have assembled
Hard to do.
Avengers like. Although Nick's kind
Hold
of
it against him.
he's looking a little civilian.
I'm tropical goth, as they call it.
Oh, they do call it that. I've heard that.
You know, with all the flower shirt button up. You know, it's just what I wear around.
They love that at the tiki bars.
Yeah, it's a good story at the bar.
Now let's talk about comics. Obviously, you're fans of comics. Like, what were you weaned on? What were those titles or artists that you grew up loving?
Dude, fucking
comedians?
Pitt. Oh, like comic books?
Yeah.
Like
Comics
books?
or comic comedians?
I was just like, I mean, I can't really say much for the comedians so much, but like the comic books growing up, yeah, like the Max, Pitt.
That's Dave. I can't see his last name. Keown.
I think it's been a while. It's
Yeah.
been a long time. It's actually how I ended up
Dale Keown.
kind of getting into drawing myself was just those types of comics, that type of artwork. So.
And I mean, you mentioned our art, and the vast majority of our art that has actually been done by Buzz right here. So, yeah, comics is a big thing for her.
Inching closer to.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like Top Gal comics, so like The Darkness, Witchblade, Tomb Raider, stuff like that, and The Punisher is like one of my
Really?
favorites.
Yeah.
See, the Punisher's so hit and miss through the years. There have been so many titles and so many weird directions.
Yeah, I really like the new show with
Oh well, yeah. John Bernthal is amazing.
hell yeah.
If
Are they going to do a season 3? I really hope so.
No, they're done with all that. The Netflix shows
Son
are
of a
done.
bitch.
But
Maybe
they'd be
Disney.
They'd be making a huge
Maybe
mistake. They need to bring
Disney
them into the
Punisher.
movies.
He just teams
I
up.
agree.
He's just like, oh, let's get him, guys.
Oh boy!
Listen, they need to bring Vincent D'Onofrio to the Marvel movies as Kingpin, and they need to bring Bernthal as Punisher.
Dude, yeah. They might as well. He is so fitting. He's so fitting. He is the Punisher.
Well, and D'Onofrio he makes your flesh crawl every
Yeah.
time he's on screen. He is so good. Which reminds me of
Five
another underrated
foot
movie.
two,
I
but-
still love, what is it, Cell, the one with Jennifer Lopez?
That's
Oh,
gorgeous.
yeah.
That's a beautiful movie.
Beautiful, but also disturbing and wonderfully weird.
Yeah. Oh man. Did that guy that played the killer, man, did he balloon out? Oh my god.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah. But
He
I
was
wanna-
all
I
over
wanna-
the place because he was Pyle in
Private
Full Metal
Pyle.
Jacket. Yeah, Private
Yeah.
Pyle. But then
He's been in so much,
slimmed
though.
down and he looked all good in like some movies. He was in Avengers and Babysitting as Thor.
That's
Yes. That's oh my god.
the least likely band to talk about that movie. And here we
Dude,
are.
I grew up on that movie. I grew up on Avengers and Babysitting.
I lived in
and,
the suburb of Chicago for the first part of my life, so
Oh, you did?
yeah, in West Chicago.
Oh, right on. Okay. I know.
You mentioned McHenry, and I was just like, oh, I went to freshman high school in McHenry High School.
That's hilarious. Well, West Chicago, that's where they used to have the big drive-in out there.
Oh yeah, I lived right down the street from it, and that's where I saw like the first Batman and Dick Tracy and Warlock and all these movies. Yeah, Cascadia Drive-In.
That's it.
Man, Warlock.
You know, of all the bad that came out of the pandemic and just all the stress and trouble and as hard as it's been for musicians, the one thing I think we can take with us into our post-pandemic world, I'm glad the drive-in theaters are back. To me, that's like the quintessential American experience. We can keep those. I'm cool with that. Everything else from the pandemic can go, but let's keep the drive-ins.
Yeah, that is like the good part of Americana. That
It is.
people you can finally remember, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is actually a good part that we can be nostalgic about, and not like the weird, racist stuff.
Right. Exactly right. Okay, so the new album, Dead Animal Assembly Plant, is called Bring Out the Dead. It's hard, it's heavy, it's haunting, it's dark, it's vegan-enraging. I love it.
I love that you said that.
I got a kick out of that.
That was funny because that reminds me of like a number of years ago we did a show with Slick Idiot, so it was like Ed Ash and Gunther Schultz, and
God.
I remember being backstage in the backstage area with NS, and because he is like a very outspoken. He might be vegan, or if not vegetarian, but like very like animal rights. And so he is just like, yeah. So what's the name? Is this something to do with animal rights? I'm like, oh no, it's actually a business license that you have to get in the state of Oregon in order to transport or store like animal carcasses. It's called Dead Animal Assembly Plant. It's so weird.
Weird.
And he had a creepy handshake too, like super weak, limp, and sweaty. It's like, "Uns ja, it's good to meet you," and you're just like, "Hey man."
See, now that's one of the things that can go away when we come out of the pandemic. I'm done with handshakes. If we don't have to do those anymore, that's cool because of exactly what you described.
I like the whole like when you go up and you just kind of bump them. That's cool. Like, dude, hey,
hello, friend.
I like that.
I'm okay with the knucks too if you want to do that. But if we can just be done with handshakes because of exactly what you described, the limp, weird, grasping hand, the clammy, the oh crap, I need to wash my hand now because I don't feel right after shaking that hand. We could just move into the new world without handshakes, I think.
Yeah, it's
like going to spitting in each other's mouths. I think that's
back to just spitting and just like, oh hey, how's it going? Or coughing. Coughing's a good form of greeting someone. Hey,
good one.
That's right. That's so pre-pandemic. All right, Dead Animal Assembly Plant. Again, the new album is out. It is really solid. It is Bring Out the Dead. I am anxious for that day, and it's coming when we'll be able to see you on the road again.
Oh, I thought you were going to say when we get to bring out the dead. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, that's been happening for a while. So
I'm anxious. And is that a black cat I see in the room?
Oh, it's a small dog.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Nick.
He's more of a white cat, though.
All right, Dead Animal Assembly Plant. Stay right there. I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Much appreciated. Stay right there.